Hey guys, today we are talking about delight dates, one of the most underrated but most important aspects of delight.
We get questions all the time and people ask, what are delight dates? When do you do them? How often do you do them? How do you do them? Are they even important? Well, we're going to answer all of those questions and more.
When we first started delight dates, we based it off the verse Romans 12:10, which says, love one another and outdo each other in honor. So not only are delight dates all about loving each other and honoring each other, but we encourage you to take delight dates even further, that this is your time to outdo each other in honor, to serve each other, and to be present in each other's lives.
Delight dates can do some really cool things in your chapter. First off, they help to build community. A lot of times Delight chapters get really big. Maybe there's 70 or 80 girls coming every single week, and it's hard to know people on a first name basis or one-on-one. So Delight dates make sure that nobody slips through the cracks. I think we've all had that time where maybe we've walked in a room and it's really uncomfortable because we don't know anybody, but Delight dates make sure that everybody who comes walks out of the room with a name and phone number and hopefully a plan to get coffee with somebody. And that's a really cool feeling because it means that somebody noticed you and somebody cared.
Another awesome aspect of delight dates is to build more conversation around the delight stories. So this is a really great opportunity to dive even further and to see what else the Lord might teach you through the stories in a more one-on-one basis. And lastly, the other thing that's great about delight dates is I know as leaders, there's often a pressure to meet with everybody and get to know everybody one-on-one. But this kind of just takes the pressure off of yourselves and makes it a responsibility of all the girls to meet together and to get to know each other.
So now we're going to explain a little bit about how delight dates work. But first off, know that there's no right or wrong way to do this. You can do delight dates any way that you want. But first thing you're going to want to do is assign a delight date coordinator. This is the person that makes sure you're doing your delight dates every 2 weeks. And the reason we say every 2 weeks is because if you do it every week, it's a little hard to meet up with somebody for coffee every single week. But if you do it every 2 weeks, it gives you enough time to do it. But also by the end of the semester, you'll have met with 5 or 6 different people. You'll know 5 or 6 different names. And that's really huge when you're trying to build community, and it helps out a lot.
It's super important that you assign delight dates right off the bat. Sometimes people think that they'll just wait until they have consistent attendance to start doing delight dates. But really, you're going to lose a lot of people by doing that. You want to assign delight dates right at the beginning, first kickoff party, so people feel involved and will come back, will join those delight dates, and will truly dive into the ministry.
So at your kickoff party and then every 2 weeks afterwards, you're going to want to assign your delight dates. So delight dates are 2 or 3 random people paired together. The easiest way to do this, honestly, is when everybody walks in the room, hand them a little slip of paper, have them write down their name and their phone number, and then collect all those names, drop them in a hat, and then at the end of your meeting, have your leader start drawing the names. So if I get Susie and Rachel, then I swap. I give Rachel Susie's name and Susie Rachel's name, and then there you go. You know who your delight date is for the week.
So after assigning delight dates, you'll probably want the delight date coordinator to just get up front and explain a little bit about what delight dates are all about. Give them a few ideas. Maybe they could go grab coffee together, lunch, dinner. Maybe they could have a fun slumber party weekend or retreat weekend, go see a concert or something crazy like that. But also encourage them that delight dates are more than just hanging out with each other, that it's really about serving each other and taking those 2 weeks to just be present in their life, whether it's getting them a little surprise gift or sending them an encouraging text message and just being there with them for those 2 weeks.
A few weeks into the semester is when people tend to forget about the beloved delight dates. And the reason being is probably because they're busy and they just forget about them. So it's your job as leaders to take a moment and re-hype up delight dates. Remind people about how awesome they are and get people excited about them once again. So a couple things that you can do is, first off, post on social media. Maybe you can snap a selfie of you and your Delight date and post it on your social media account or your chapter's account and just say, hey, having a blast with my Delight date. Don't forget to go on yours. Another thing you can do is have a giveaway. I saw a really great idea from a chapter who they put together a giveaway for a Delight date team. So they got like concert tickets and a gift card to a restaurant, and then somebody who were Delight dates that week, they won it. And it was really cute, and I thought that was a great idea. Another thing you can do is at every chapter meeting, hype it up. Get people excited, maybe tell a cool story that happened from a Delight date, and just remind people that these are really important and they should use them and go on them and have a blast.
So that's all we have about Delight dates. I hope we clarified all of your questions and concerns and worries, and I hope that you really encourage your girls to go on Delight dates, because it really does matter and it has such a huge impact on your community and the relationships and friendships that are formed. I know some of like the most incredible stories of friends, like best friends, that have come out of Delight dates, and that is just so important and so needed in your walk with Christ. So encourage the girls to go on their Delight dates, get to know each other, have fun with it, and yeah, we're gonna go on our Delight date
Right now.
now.